Belgium, by contrast, had virtually a full-strength side on duty in Puebla. That may have been more of a handicap than a virtue. Despite taking an early lead through Jan Keulemans, World Cup battle fatigue ultimately proved their undoing. It was 28 years since France had finished third in the World Cup. Everything they had achieved since the halcyon days of Raymond Kopa and Just Fontaine had always been compared with that era. Not any longer. French football now had a new point of reference. Jean-Marc Ferreri, once nicknamed the new Platini, equalised for France. Jean-Pierre Papin, who put them into the lead before half-time. Nico Claessen's equaliser for Belgium after 72 minutes sent his teammates into extra time for the third time in 4 games. The challenge was to prove too much. France pulled away again. Gengini scored in an undignified but ultimately rewarding goal-mouth scramble. Finally, Manuel Amoros, having been brought down by Jerez, jumped up to convert the penalty himself. Champions of Europe had finished third in the world. Extra time was too much for Belgium. The third time for them in 4 matches in 13 days, they'd had to play the extra half an hour. So third place for France, 4th for Belgium. Now the climax of a tournament that had always been absorbing and sometimes really touched the heights. Argentina, champions in 1978, against West Germany, winners in 1954 and 1974. The skill of Maradona against the strategy of Franz Beckenbauer. Argentina were unchanged. The same team which had been too good for Belgium. The same 11 which had knocked out England in the quarter-finals. Beckenbauer brought back Thomas Berthold after suspension. He'd been sent off against Mexico, and gave Lothar Matthäus the task of dogging Maradona's footsteps. Argentina have been over the years one of the great football exporters. Thousands of players have preached their gospel of technical arrogance around the world since the big Italian clubs first swooped for them in the wake of the 1930 World Cup, when Argentina were runners-up. 4 members of Argentina's lineup in the Estadio Azteca were with foreign clubs. 4 more signed contracts soon after the final whistle. Conveyor belt, it seems, will never stop. Beckenbauer set Matthäus to follow Maradona everywhere. On the surface, he seemed to have had his poorest game of the finals. In fact, he was fouled for the free kick which produced Argentina's first goal. He was instrumental in the move which created their second, and he provided the through pass from which Burruchaga would score the winner. Beckenbauer had never made any secret of his belief that his team weren't yet good enough to win the World Cup. Wait for us in 4 years' time, he had promised. Germany had reached the final thanks to traditional virtues, such as effort, commitment and a solid defence. In a competition of erratic standards, their consistency had proved a winning factor. Until, that is, they met the one outstanding class team. The Germans appeared overawed by the occasion for the first hour of the action. They woke up to find themselves 2 goals down, and then, and only then, applied themselves to attacking Argentina with 17 minutes to go. Rummenigge made up 1 goal. Suddenly, West Germany saw a chink of light. Argentina were vulnerable after all. Another corner on the left. Brazilian referee Romualdo Arpifilho showed Enrique the yellow card for time wasting. When the corner curled into the danger zone, Argentina's defence was again found wanting. Bremer's corner. Thomas Berthold with the first header, Rudi Voller following up. Germany level 2-2. minutes remained to the drama. Argentina had to start all over again. Maradona, who else, slid a deadly pass forward in the move which confirmed Argentina's mastery in the tournament. Burruchaga found the net. The hand of God would shortly lift the World Cup. No goals for Maradona this time, leaving Gary Lineker as the top scorer in the finals with 6. But the trophy itself, ample consolation for the captain. Maradona's genius may have been flawed by his notorious goal against England, but there was no doubt that the World Cup of 1986 was presented into the hands of the world's greatest player.